Okay, it's been a long time since we've done anything like this. Looking back on my YouTube page, and I'm absolutely cringing at some of the comments I've gotten because over the years on my YouTube channel, I said some dumb shit. I'm not going to remove any of that. We'll address it if it comes up, but appreciate you guys going through my videos and commenting on some of the things that you heard that didn't sound good. Let me just put it that way. Recently, someone on Social Galactic thanked me for doing book reviews, and I was like, yeah, I need to start doing that again. I've been doing a ton of reading. It's like all I do now. I take out a paperback or hardback copy. I really try to stay away from e-readers and reading off of my phone, for example, because of the light. I actually have kind of a bedtime ritual now, and that is, 9 or 10 o'clock at night, I pull out a book and try to get through as much as I can before I can't keep my eyes open anymore, and that's how I usually go to sleep at night. And a few months back, one of those books was Nabeel Qureshi's other book, No God But One. If you don't know about Nabeel, I believe he was somewhat famous in the Ravi Zachariah megachurch group. He's the friend of David Wood, and he's the late friend. He's no longer alive. But David Wood is kind of that famous troublemaker on YouTube who loves to make those Muhammad Boom Boom videos, which are just hilarious. And David and Nabeel's whole thing for the longest time was going after Muslims and trying to convert them to Christianity. So Nabeel's first book is all about how he struggled with his conversion, but eventually did convert, to the detriment of his relationships with his family. And then the second book is more of like a handbook. This book, No God But One, is actually more of like a handbook for how to evangelize to a Muslim, or to at least hammer on some of the points that Muslims make. Each chapter is essentially an argument that Muslims will often make, and then his rebuttal. I think it's a really good book. In fact, you don't need to read it just to compare the two religions. It's full of a lot of good evidence for Christianity, for the belief. One of the things that really stuck out, I read this months ago, I didn't take notes, but I'll never forget I think the name of what he called it was the minimums fact approach. So it was like if you wanted to just have a very short conversation with someone who wasn't a believer, and you say, look, the bare minimum facts are: 1, Jesus was crucified on a cross. All historians agree on that, even the atheist ones. 2, people who followed Jesus saw him after he died on the cross in the form of the resurrection. 3, people who did not believe in Jesus Christ also saw him after he died. That's the minimum facts approach. I love that. That was in the book. He gives credit to the person who he learned it from. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have this one on your bookshelf, I'd highly recommend it. I am sharing the screen, so might as well see what the reviews are saying here on Amazon. And they're mostly very positive. Let's go for this 2-star review and see what it has to say. Certainly a waste of time. Written for the faithful Christian who will likely rejoice on how much truth there is in Christianity versus Islam. But although it tries to give the impression of a rational observer, it's the most childish book I've tried to read in many years, so much that it's the second book in my life I've dropped before finishing. Certainly a waste of time. I guess it should be expected from someone that goes from one delusional belief to the other. So, written by some kind of atheist, I guess. But yeah. Huh. Interesting. There's some decent reviews here. I'm not reading all that. But I mean, most people found the book to be pretty good. I liked it a lot. It's Nabeel Qureshi. His books are easy to read. He doesn't have he's not too wordy, and he uses a good storytelling to keep the reader engaged. He did that in his first book as well. So overall, I think it's pretty positive. I think we'll cut the video there, but I think, if we can get in the habit of doing these more often, I should be able to upload quite a few book reviews in the next few weeks because I've read a ton since the last video I've uploaded. All right, take care.